One. Here we are, guys. Hey, Brad. Hey, Jenna.
Hey, Al.
Hey, how y'all
Hey,
doing?
Brad. Happy Monday.
That's right. Well, I do like Art does.
There you go.
Art,
All
Art.
right.
Every time he does that, he makes me laugh. It's like I can't even do it. I can't even do
I just had to get that reverb in there. Every time he does, it
it.
makes me laugh. He is a character, isn't he?
He is. He's
He
the
is.
best.
We
Hey,
ought to have him. We'll have him on the show sometime.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
there you
definitely
go.
need to. All right. Well, tonight's show is going to be all about your first toy drone. I know we all have our toy drones, and I know that Janice got hers. Brad, you got hers, and I can see Bob in the background there. He's going to be our special guest tonight, Bob Dempsey. Unfortunately, Max Air is not going to be able to make it tonight, but hey, we're here and we're going to have some fun talking about the toy drones on the market today. I mean, there's so many of them, right?
Oh yeah.
Have you bought any of them for anybody, like a toy drone, or given it away for anybody?
Not me. I've thought about it a couple of times, but what comes to mind to me is I don't want to give anybody a toy drone. I'd rather give them, it costs more, but I'd rather give them a better starter drone like the DJI, Mini 2, Mini 3, or something like that. Now, granted, you keep going up in price on those, but the
Agreed.
minis are pretty decent. If I was going to buy one for a kid or some kids, I have some nieces and nephews that I thought about. I have an Air, excuse me, I still have my Mini 2 Flymore combo, and they're not watching this, so I won't be giving it away. But I might end up giving them the Mini 2 kit because I have a niece that's 10 now and three nephews that go down from there. So they're getting at the age, and I also have the prop guards to go with it. So that'll be help protect their little fingers a little bit. So I'm thinking about doing that, but I haven't really you know decided to do it yet. But back to your original question, I've never given anybody any of the cheap toy drones because you fly them, they're really hard to fly. Yeah, they're fun for kids to play with, but I think it's anybody that wants to be serious about it, at least a little bit serious. You don't want to, give them a $29.95 drone.
Yeah,
In my opinion.
it'll last about an hour, and that's it, right?
Yeah, and the batteries they last what, like 2 minutes, minute and a half, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. They're not even hardly 1S batteries in a lot of these cases. Well, the one I'll show mine here in just a little bit when we get to talking about our first toy drones, but mine has the 1S batteries, and I know I did power it up and everything, and it battery didn't last very long at all. But
Got it.
anyway, got a few people coming in the house. Coming in now. Looks like One Vision Aerial's in. Hey, how y'all doing? Akarasho, Jackrabbit Scott is in the house. Mr. Sky. Hey, y'all. Everybody's coming in. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think we're going to give away a little toy drone tonight. I think that's going to
What?
be. Yeah, we're going to give one away.
Should have
Awesome.
advertised that. We would have gotten 100 people on the show. Maybe.
That's why I don't advertise. We want loyal folks, right? People we trust and love to hang out and break some bread together and maybe have some vino together. Jenna, are you
Yeah.
drinking any vino tonight?
No, Vino. Oh, God, it's Monday. I mean, I got to wake up early and I got to get up early. No,
I'm
just
with you. I'm just drinking water tonight. I got a little
Coffee,
tea
coffee for me.
concentrate.
Yep, here. All
yeah.
right, so let's here's what I would give away as a present, and then we're going to bring our guest in. All right, so let me share what I'm looking at, and I'll show you what I would give away as a present, or not give away. What I would give as a present as a toy drone. Let me see. Present
Just keep in
my.
mind that Brad wants that Avada. Just
You are that's now you got a good memory, Jenna. I really, really want that Avada, so I'm waiting.
just saying, Al. Keep your friends in mind.
I've been
Hi.
looking for a YouTube show that was giving away an Avada ever since Christmas, and nobody's done it yet.
Yeah. All right, I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
Entire screens. Okay, so here we go. This is what I would give away right here, or not give away as a present. This guy right here.
Well, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
The Tello is a solid flyer,
Yeah.
guys. You could fly it with your phone, and it's worth $100.
It is. Yeah.
It really is.
It's not just that, right? It says, the other thing is there. Like for STEM, you can also program that drone.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of gets you into programming and things like that. And the Rise, the one next level up, for instance, then you can start, coding and the lights and blah, 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 and stuff. And stuff. So,
True.
That is an excellent drone that's a good gateway drug right there.
Agreed, Jenna. Agreed. And you know what? Like you said, DJI has always done a good job with, providing those kind of platforms that people can learn to do stuff with. Remember that car they had? We'll bring that up. But let's welcome Jenna. You want to welcome our guest in tonight?
Well, I think the young farts with, or the old. No, we'll stick to the young farts with drones.
Excuse me. I thought I muted. Sorry.
No,
I got to clean up my chair.
Yep, we welcome Bob to the channel.
Good one. Well, without any further ado, let's bring in Bob. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hi, guys. Hi, everybody.
It's the old fart itself.
Introduction, man.
Yes.
Well done, Jenna.
Oh, good. Well,
Young
thank you
heart.
for having me. I'm really, and I have to tell you, I just bought a toy drone for the first time about 2 months ago. I've had drones for I'm almost at my 4-year mark here of flying drones, but the first time I bought a toy was 2 months ago because I'm kind of trying a couple out. My cardiologist wants me to teach his 6-year-old how to fly a drone. So I was looking for something that I could, that a 6-year-old could play with, kind of thing. So this is what I got.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you've seen this thing.
Is that a Femi Me?
I don't know. No, it's a D. Hold on. Here's the box.
Who makes that, Bob?
For DRC. This is the box that it came in.
That's interesting. Never seen one with a protective guard that goes circular like that completely around the drone.
And I've banged this thing into the TV set. I've it's hit the ceiling multiple times, and it hovers.
Again, I'll look it up.
It's the number 4 DRC.
DRC.
And it's the OXL fish.
Okay. That's interesting.
I'll hold it up. See if you can get that.
Nice.
Yeah, look at that. I think I found something similar. This one has lights in it.
Oh, it's got beautiful lights here. Let me see if I can turn it on without taking it off.
Yeah, look at that. And that's a pretty good price at $40 on Amazon.
Oh, I think I paid $20 for it.
And it hovers too, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can lift your hands off the controller and it'll kind of sit there. It's not, it's certainly not like anything else. There's 2 models. That model there you're looking at for $40 actually has a camera in it. Right. And this model here doesn't. So you see where the camera is supposed to be? Okay. It's just a blank hole.
And you said yours, Bob, that one was what, $20 that you got without the camera?
$22.
20 without the camera.
Yeah, without a camera.
Good deal right there.
Okay. And that it hovers and it here's the controller. There's the controller. It does a flip. This is these are the ones to trim it with. And then over here, these ones here are effects that does a flip.
Oh, it does a flip
And-
for you and all that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's takeoff and landing, and yeah, that's pretty cool little toy.
What do you think about it, Bob? Is it worth the $22?
Oh, definitely worth $20, and it's fun to chase the dogs around.
Nice.
We need video footage of that.
Yeah, you definitely do. You definitely do.
Yeah, it's fun. We just got a new puppy, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's more work than we thought it would be, but that's for sure.
The puppy probably likes the drone as well, right?
Oh God, puppy likes anything, puts his mouth on everything. You know, yeah, it's a new experience at our house here.
Oh,
Good.
good. I'm glad.
Yeah, she's little. I don't know. She'll run in here or not. She might during the show. I'll pick her up if she does.
What kind of dog did you get, Bob?
It's a Maltese and Lhasa Apso mix, something or another, and it's a rescue. You know, I do graphic design and web design for 2 different rescue agencies. This one's
Oh, that's
was
noble.
from one called A Path for Paws, and but I also do a lot of work for the Nevada SPCA here too. So, but a lot of fun.
Good,
lot of
good.
fun.
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jenna, what do you have that you want to do in show and tell? And what was your first drone or toy drone?
So, the first drone that I got was actually the one I got from my father to see if he could fly a drone, but he didn't. And so it kind of became mine. And it's this guy right here. Was it a Blue Jay? I think it is.
Yeah, that model there is solid. Remember that little camera underneath that snaps in?
It's
You
right
plug
there.
it in. Yeah.
It's even adjustable camera, and it won't go up. So if you're flying like this and you're looking at the ground all the time, so you kind of don't know where you are. So like it doesn't go up, but it will go down.
Does it have the SD card in the back?
So no, it's actually that's where the battery goes.
Oh, in the back of the camera. Sorry.
Oh, is it? Yeah, actually it is.
Yeah, I had the same
Little SD
model.
card right there. Yep.
That was my second one I purchased.
Yep.
I treat mine all the time and rescued it. I
Yeah,
still
it'll
have
probably
it.
still fly.
Oh no, I gave it away to somebody else to learn. That's right. I gave that one away. That was my second drone. Hey, I want to welcome a few other folks joining. Steve W. Knowles. We got Coast to Coast Drones. We have Maddie joining. Akidashu's here. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, continue, Jenna.
Yep. No, this is it. So, yeah, this wanted to get my father to fly a drone. So I tried to fly it. I created a little video. I think this is the first video I ever created was using this drone back in 2017. It's kind of funny.
But yeah, dovetailing something you said earlier, and I think Bob touched on it too, was the fact that there's companies out there that are producing stuff you can learn with, and one of them that kind of reverberated with me was that. You remember when Troy was playing around with that RoboMaster from DJI at Spin Up? I don't know if you guys remember seeing it.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, remember he was flying it inside the presentation room, and
Yeah.
this thing is. It looks like a freaking nice little beast to learn. Now, let me show it to you guys. Let me see. Do this. Oh no, I could just bring it on in. There we go. This is it, and check this out. This thing is pretty freaking solid. I don't know what the price is. It's DJI, so let's play the guessing game. Bob, how much do you think this thing would be?
Because it's got DJI on it, I'm going to say it's about $399.
Okay, all right. Brad?
I was going to push it a little bit higher, maybe $499.
Dang, that's the one I was going to pick. Okay, Jenna?
Well, since I'm going to channel some of the prices right here, I think I'll probably go $398.
He's on the Price is Right.
Price is right here.
He's on the Price is Right.
Okay, if
Yeah.
I'm in suit with Jenna, I'm going to say 501.
Oh, watch it be $4.99.
Okay,
I'll win.
okay, I'm going to hit the buy now button, guys.
Let's see what we got. You already probably know.
USA Drone Flyers at 579.
I was
We've
gonna say
had-
$6.99 originally, but I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be less. Go ahead.
Coast to Coast Drone says 501. Dustin One Vision Aerial says 199. I'm going to hit the buy button now. All right.
I'm sticking with
Say
$4.99.
something now or forever hold your peace. Here we go. I'm going to hit
Here
the
we
buy
go.
button.
$3.98.
Some people already probably know how much it is.
549. I win.
Oh, ow.
Whoa.
But Jenna had the, Jenna had the right idea. She was definitely, what's that game? The
Price-
Bob
the-
Barker. The
Yeah,
No,
price
the
is
price
right.
is right. The price is right.
Price is
Price is
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Come on down.
Yes.
This thing would be worth getting if you're a coder, Bob. Man, this thing.
Oh yeah.
This would be a blast. Look at the motion controller you can purchase. Oh no, it comes
Uh-huh.
with it in the box.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you can
Screw
program this. You can give it commands to say go to this coordinate and then go to this coordinate. And-
Yeah. Go sideways, go forward, go backwards. I mean, all of that. It's just
Interesting.
yeah, it's a freaking solid beast, man.
It seems
Yeah.
rather expensive for it though. I mean, I get it. It does have DJI's name on it, but it seems a little expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you look at this right here, that camera right in front, what does that camera look like?
No, one on off the drones, right?
Yeah, either that or it could be the pocket too.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
can you zoom in on it, Al?
Oh yeah, I sure can. Let me do this.
Nope. It went the other way.
It says I've zoomed in 500%, but
So
it's
zoom
not.
out. That'll make it better.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going. Oh, no.
Oh man, DJI does some funky stuff to us.
They
man.
do.
Yeah.
Oh
The thing
man,
is
look
cute.
at that.
It's cute, but I would love to play with it, but not for $5.49.
No.
Look at the module. I mean, this thing has got some juice too. I remember watching it.
Now, if it shoots out real laser beams, I might be
Yeah.
interested.
Hey Bob, you want to play with the puppy?
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun to chase the puppy with.
Oh my gosh! If it had a
Yeah.
laser pointer on it, it'd be good for cats.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to corral you guys back again. Oh,
like
I see 107 Drones is asking Tyrannifier, what do I win for being right on the price? Well, we can have
Chance
a
to
raffle
buy
at
me
the end of
one.
the show. At the end of the show.
He probably went to He probably went to DJI's website. Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. Okay, I digress. Let me
Yeah.
let me go.
Yeah, we
in.
should have played Pick Me, Pick Me.
Yeah. Oh no, the chat goes crazy.
What's Ray Kelly just joined? Hey, buddy.
Hey, Ray Kelly, welcome.
Hey, Mr. Ray.
All right, so
Yeah,
Ray
Brad.
Kelly, I've got lots of toys to bring to
Oh, good.
Florida.
oh
Good to
man,
go.
hold that topic right now. I'm going to corral you guys and kind of try to keep you focused. Brad, what do you have? What was your drone?
So let me
Toy
let me precede the showing or my show and tell to say, really drones. I saw a bunch of people have toy drones from the early 2010s, 11, 12, 13 range, and I just never was impressed with any of them. And so I decided I wanted to get into drones. A buddy of mine had one, but I decided, and I think that I bought this in 2015. I'll show the box first. It's the SEMA X5 SW-B3, but I bought a whole bunch of extra batteries.
That's a very popular drone, man.
Yeah, it was very popular, and I bought it because of that. I think I paid, oh my gosh, I want to say $100 for the drone at the time, and it came in this kit form, of course, with a cheap RC, but it's cool looking. It feels like it's about 2 ounces, but I never did really fly it because I jumped on the DJI bandwagon with the Mavic Pro when it first came out. So right around that time, Mavic DJI became interesting to me. I saw this and then I did see the Phantom series of DJI, but I couldn't afford those back
Let me
then.
interrupt you. Give me that model number again, Brad.
It is, this particular one is the X5SW, and then the box says D3. So it's a 4-channel remote control quadcopter. So, and it does have a camera. It looks like it's 720p. So I never did really fly it. I bought some extra batteries. I think I played with it in the house a little bit, and I might have took it outside and played with it on the patio once or twice. But I think the wind was blowing really hard, and it carried it away from me. So it had no power to hold its own, and I didn't know anything.
I know, right?
I didn't know anything about drones at the time, and it was cool and fun. But then, like I said, I bought the Mavic Pro. It was announced right before Christmas of 2015 maybe. Just guessing, I can't remember the exact year. But and then I put my order in after Christmas because I kept waiting and waiting to see what was going to happen. I didn't know if it would come down after Christmas. I didn't realize that, drones like that don't come down in price for quite some time. So January of 16, I think it was, I ordered it, and it came about a month later, the DJI Mavic Pro. So I still have that one, the Fly More combo.
Yeah.
I still have that drone, and don't think I'm going to get rid of it because that was my first real camera drone that always
Bless you.
Thank you.
So enough about mine, but that's what I have. I played with a couple of other toy drones.
Brad, they're listing it for $54.99 now.
Yeah, and I bought this 7 years ago, so that's not bad. Or 6 years,
Yeah.
7 years ago.
Yeah, that's that. And look at the marketing. They have one picture, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it is. It's such a good seller apparently that they don't need to market it much.
Well, it's held its value well. If I paid $99 for it 7 years ago, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So
I did $20 for it.
I know. Yeah, you're right, Bob. Maybe. So now you've re-sparked my interest. Now I might want to go full circle and come back to this drone and see what it'll do.
Why not? Right?
Yeah, might play with it a little bit just to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm still not quite an FPV guy, but this is not FPV, right? So.
But it's all line of sight.
Well, and I say that, but I was checking the remote out. This remote's just like it's just like an FPV remote, so it doesn't have a spring in that, right? So you got to control it. You got to control it. So maybe I can learn a little something off of this drone, even though I do have a Tiny Hawk too. So, I mean, I could learn off of that.
Well, with that said, it is my turn, I suppose, to talk about what my first drone was. And as a matter of fact, this will be the giveaway tonight, guys, right here.
Oh.
Ooh, pick me.
The X36. And this little
looks like a mini Avata.
It does.
Yeah, there's my mini Avata.
It does.
This was my first drone, and it's still in the case. Look at this.
Wow.
Wow. You got all the parts in the book and everything.
How long ago was that, Al?
I guess I started in 2016, 17.
Okay, yeah, same 6, 7. Oh, that's right. You got in a little bit later than I did. That's right.
And it's a one-cell little flyer, man. And it's a freaking good little flyer.
Wow.
As usual, poor Jenna, you wouldn't be around me when I was flying this because I would end up wrapping this thing around your hair.
I wouldn't want to be near it either.
Yeah, you end up cutting it out,
So
this makes a good windsock, though. I mean, I can tell which way the wind blows.
Yeah, that's right.
And look how popular it is. Let me go ahead and pop this up so we can see it. Yeah, I mean it's from $30 to $26. So Holystone, and so it's remarketed by a bunch of people. It looks like, but it's the exact same thing. It's like this one for $33 or $26. It comes with 3 batteries, little tiny one cells. And look at this Holystone GPS drone, Jenna. It looks just like the one you have, except for the controllers upgraded.
it does.
And the batteries is upgraded.
Those are nice little drones, right? That Hollystone, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard they're pretty nice little drones.
And that one comes with 2 batteries. So if you're into playing with your good old toy drone, man, have at it. It's kind of resparked us a little bit. And what triggered all this, Jenna? You and I had a conversation. What triggered this toy drone thing? You
All
remember
right, so
the conversation we had?
it was going back in time, and I think I can blame it on we were talking about Captain Drone.
Yep. What did he bring out?
He brought out an oldie but a goodie. He brought out the Spark.
Oh,
Yeah.
old Spark.
Yeah.
And I know you still have your Spark, Jenna.
I still have my Spark. Plan on trying to breathe a little bit of life into it. The next thunderstorm that we have, I'm gonna put it on a pedestal, and I'm gonna have the lights coming down. And I'm just hoping I'm gonna, crank it up there and put it to the top of the roof. And
That'd be a nice show. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could do that, I think that would be a hell of a green screen.
Hey, I'm going to have to borrow your camera and set it to the highest shutter speed, and we'll record it when it hits.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Hey,
On another note, though, I want to say what's in the palm of my hand, this drone, I think, flew probably about 300 miles an hour.
What?
This little guy right here.
Good. What?
Look
Oh,
at
wow.
that. That is, wait, I got to make you big.
Look at that cute little thing.
That is as cute as could be. What's the model
Oh,
number?
my
I need to
goodness.
look it up.
Size of a bee.
And so I think it was on a trip somewhere that we took, and I say we, my drone buddies, Julie and Nancy. So a drone, you can actually fly in a plane.
I think I
Right.
found it.
I've seen wasps bigger than that.
So you just take it, and there's the controllers right here. Just take it out. It just
Nice.
zip up, zip down, so you don't get in trouble,
So that's how you fly it at 300, 400, 500 miles an hour.
miles an
right?
hour.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, look at
26
that.
Something like that. Well, that's the gold version. I'm not, I wasn't so fancy.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
expensive.
would get the gold version. That's for the Golden Knights,
Yeah.
That's
Even got little propellers about as big as your fingernail.
Oh man, there are some really cool looking drones here they can play with. Look at this thing. Holy
Yeah.
moly.
Yeah.
Talk about-
Yeah.
we could
20
definitely-
minutes of flight time.
What?
Oh boy.
20 minutes? Oh, 2 batteries, so they're 10
20
minutes.
minutes.
Right.
10 minutes each.
But still, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good. Oh yeah. Look at-
I think I get about 5 minutes out of this one.
They even give you
No.
a video with music.
Look at that colors. Man, it's like a disco show. Disco.
Imagine Dragons.
And look, they got a professional FPV flyer flying it through the house and through all those slow
Drone
motion.
Racing League behind those sticks.
That's right.
Yes.
They have really come a long ways, though. A lot of those little cheap toy drones will hover, and I mean they're good for kids now. They've definitely come a long ways.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
I
was
was
fun,
surprised.
wasn't it? Talking about toy drones. Well, how come we become such children when it comes to stuff like this?
Oh yeah, that's what keeps
Because
me.
we're still children inside,
We never grew up.
No,
Send it to-
I don't want to.
That's the reason.
No.
Yeah, if it was
Yeah.
here, Maddie's. I'm going to add this to the comments here, show. This
Yeah,
is
Maddie's. That's true. And Maddie wasn't too long ago where he was flying little drone.
Yep.
Maddie, pop into the chat. When did you really fly your first drone? I bet it was no more than 4 years ago.
Oh, I remember the Sharper Image drone.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yep, I remember that one. It was a failure, right? I think.
Yeah.
I thought I heard that was a really bad drone.
Yep.
Oh, Maddie said 2016. Okay, that's the same
about the
time
same
I got
time.
into it.
Yeah.
15, 16 for
Okay.
me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he's an old timer. He could qualify
Yeah.
for old parts with drones.
yeah. Oh, he's a member. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
absolutely by proxy.
Yes. I always say it's an attitude, not a number.
Oh, there you go.
Now,
Yeah.
if you really want to get into FPV, this is let me add it to the stream again so we can see what's going on.
I think while you're doing that, I think 2015, 16 range is when a lot of people started getting into drones. DJI's product line went from, the Phantom series to the Mavic series, and it just changed. It changed the market, and I think
The Mavic did for sure.
Yeah, 16 to 17 range, a lot of people got into drones.
Yeah.
And then what? The air hit, Jenna? I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's when I got this, right? I got this in 2016 for my dad. He didn't fly it for at least a year, or I don't know, for at least that. I got it for him for Christmas, but then then I flew in 2017 and started my addictions then.
Yes.
There's a Tiny Hawk 2. That's the one I have, the RTF one. I got mine was about $200, but I got the full big kit. I got everything with it.
Wow. Now, if you want to get into FPV, Jenna, you and I were talking about the gateway drug for FPV, and the Emax Tiny Hawk was one of the first drugs for FPV and for a lot of people, right? I decided to go with that route too, and then I bought the Tiny Go. HGLRC Tiny Go, because again, Captain Drone had featured it, and I was like, man, that thing is nice. It's got a 4K little DVR in it and all that. And that's what I ended up buying. But this is probably one of the most popular drones ever here to do flying around in the house. And the thing about this thing is that it usually comes with a spare frame. And this company, it does real well of giving you all the firmware and everything on the site. So, like, I ended up landing mine in a cup of water, and it freaked out. It didn't burn out or anything. I unplugged it quick enough, but all I had to do is reflash the firmware. And it was so easy to do with Emax's website. And just kind of give you an idea how well Emax, I think it's Emax USA. Emax USA.
It was a cup of water to you, Al, but it was a pond to that little drone.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly, Jenna. But yeah, I mean, you just go to customer support, and then just explore all the knowledge database, and you can get all your firmware right here, this easy. And this is their product line. Now,
Emax is a good company. They're really good.
Yeah,
it is.
Yep.
And here is, let me see if I can find this. All right.
Focus.
Some people will want a sticker if they know what this is.
There you go. I like that frame.
All right. I'm watching the chat.
Looks like it's really reinforced really well.
Yeah.
It'll take a few crashes.
This one changed the market for this weight.
Oh, I know what that one is. I know exactly what that one is.
It's a little dressed up. I've added a lot of stuff.
Somebody's going to call it out.
Yeah.
And here's what it looks like without the body.
Oh, wow.
That's sad. That's sad looking.
And here's the other half.
Yeah.
Now, has anybody, Baby Hawk, Maddie's?
Yeah, Maddie got it. Maddie got it.
Baby Hawk?
Yeah. Baby Hawk.
I owe you a couple stickers. I'll actually bring you something special for the event, man. I'll just bring it to you. It'll be a month away. Unless you really want it before that, then I'll email it to you. Or should I say?
We're 4.5 weeks away from the drone event.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the evolution of how you guys have gotten into once you got your little toy drone, what happened next? We'll go around the panel. At top is Jenna. So, Jenna, what happened next after you got your little toy drone?
Well, I got this. Like I said, I got it from my father, sat in the box for a while, tried to get him out with it, and get him engaged. because like I said, he flew drones, wrote software for drones. But he didn't want to have anything to do with these drones, so I flew it and tried to start in the backyard with it. And it was kind of comical because, like you said, Brad, it's you got to have the right weather conditions for something like this, because if it's slightest windy,
It takes it. It'll take it.
Goes. And
Yep.
where I was in the backyard, I mean, that was the first time I had done any drone like at all. And yeah, ended up with a nice little crash video, because I would usually try it on a Saturday with a beer.
Nice.
They go together, you know.
Yeah, you get a little loose and you get in the zone, right?
Problem, those
Well,
drones,
yeah.
they didn't have the power to handle the wind or anything.
No,
More than about 5 miles an hour, they would just they're gone.
Yeah,
I could show my little video if you want, Al.
sure. Put it on
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me cue that up. It's funny. I think it's funny.
I'm surprised you have that. You said that was one of your first videos you ever posted.
No, I think this is, totally my first video.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Let's just share.
All right, I'm going to do another guessing game for the audience. Okay, guys. Let's guess how long this video is. And
What,
put it
Jenna's
in the chat.
Jenna's video?
Yeah, and put it in the chat.
Okay, so I think I'm sharing. And
I see it. I just need to add you to the stream.
okay, so
Learning to drone.
learning to drone. This is it. Me learning how to drone.
Gonna crash.
Yeah. Take off.
Well,
This is what this Blue Jay did. And so it's like, oh my God. It's like, oh my God, I'm getting the hang of it. Holy crap. I
right
can do
into the
this.
house.
No, I can't.
There's your
You're in the
roof.
gutter? Oh no! You can't.
Stay on the roof.
Drinking drone.
Note to self: don't drink and
Note
drive.
to self.
So it was just so variable. I just couldn't wholly control it. So I needed to be out in an open field. So I went to one of the local schools. Just where I could kind of get the hang of the drone, the sticks, what it would do.
Nothing in the way for you to hit.
Nothing. That was the biggest one right there. I mean, a house, trees,
That's
fence.
right.
Come on. I mean, really. And so there's my dad.
Oh, cool.
And so
Dad came with you, but he wouldn't fly it, huh?
he wouldn't fly it. Well, I had to twist his arm because that's all that's all he would do at the time, would just sit. So you can tell how engaged he is.
That's a really good job there, Jenna.
Yeah.
But this is all hand, right? There's no GPS on this at all.
What year
Right.
was this, Jenna?
And so I was yeah.
When was this, Jenna? When was this? Like back 15, 16?
It was the summer, I think 2017.
Oh,
Because
17.
I referenced the Spark where it was coming out, and I says, wait a minute, if I'm going to do this, I got to step it up a minute. So,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm going to put everybody to the
just,
side again.
yeah, so many times I was there just trying to figure this out. Got
Okay.
stuck in a tree once over there in the trees. The wind just started to take it. And this, I think, was using my father's old Samsung phone.
You're gonna crash into your father.
Yeah, you probably thought so.
There you
That's probably what he was talking about. I'm
He's
looking
not-
at line of sight. It's not like I'm looking at the phone.
go.
yeah, you're doing all line of sight flying there for sure.
Yeah.
It's like what I was doing last weekend, Al. Right, with my
Yeah.
with my Mini 3.
Oh, as a matter of fact, we'll need to play a little
Oops.
bit of it.
Yeah. So that's
Oh,
Yeah,
how
so-
long was the video?
What was that?
Only 2 people guessed on how long the video was.
so the video is just about 3 minutes.
Oh,
3
there you go. Well,
Okay.
there you go. Old Bob, you got close. You were close.
And one visionarial said 4:37.
Yeah, I said 30 seconds because I thought you crashed and that was it.
Yeah. Well,
I was going to say 6
that was
minutes.
the first part of it.
Well, that was a really good video.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah, but out of this little camera,
Yeah.
I mean, this little thingy here.
What was it? 720, 720p.
Yeah, I think it's 720.
Yeah.
And
That's
no
it.
gimbal, no
No.
adjustments,
No gimbal, no
No.
nothing.
No,
Yes.
You just
no
set your
horizon
Stabilization.
lock, no horizon lock, anything like that.
nothing. We just set the camera.
It didn't even exist.
Where
back
you thought you could get picture and
Yeah. And the
That's it.
pictures actually came out pretty well, believe it or not.
then. Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Versus the video. I thought the video,
Yeah.
was not as good as the pictures.
That is
No,
really
it's
cool,
okay.
though. It's great that you got your first flight. Yeah, and that one Visionero, he said, he said, gotta love the first flights. Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And
well, the first
and
flight and the
Mr.
second flight, and the third
Sky
flight, they were all the same. I just picked them up.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So there was, I am telling you, this we've probably opened up so many doors in people's memories right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is total fun, right? This is just reliving our childish days,
Yes.
droning, and now we're like, all right, I'm going to build this. And then I'm going to use the Polar Pro camera on it, and then I'm going to use my VTX. Oh yeah, I'll use the Vista this time. And guess what? I'm going to 3D print them out so I can mount my my let's see, Hero 10 Black Bones, and look where we're at. It's just nuts, right? I mean, we have evolved into being able to put these things together and just fine. Even though a lot of people like, I don't know, NERC and Rotor guy, I can't remember his name. They were flying early 17s at PB, so it was pretty crazy stuff.
Wow.
Consider where we're at now.
And it looked like 1960s TV inside those goggles,
Exactly. And that was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It was, yes.
Yeah, and now you look at my office here, and I'll get out of the way here and try to get it to focus. I mean, now you look at what most people. I know Brad's place looks similar to this. He builds and 3D prints all day long, and you can see. I'm over here now printing my 3D mounts for my GoPro 10, and then, oh shoot, I want to mount my external microphone on my GoPro on my tripod all at the same time because I only have a 9, so therefore I don't have that creator package, so I'm just making it work. I really do like that 10 with the creator package. I think that's what.
Al, did you create that battery holder and microphone holder, or was that online?
I did. The original one looked like this, and it just didn't make any sense to me. It really, look how the mounts are on that, and
It's side by side there.
side by side, and they're the triple ones, so they're hosting.
Right.
So the first gratification is this, where
normal, yeah.
yeah, and then I was like, oh, geez, that didn't work out. So then I really Duranified it and just took one of the legs off here at the bottom. If I can get it to focus. There we go. I'll put it over there and no focus there. Yeah, so I ended up switching everything around. Went from that to that. Yeah, so quite a bit of difference. But that's the fun thing about having a 3D printer. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Absolutely.
Are you doing it in Sketch or?
I'm afraid I'm just using Tinkercad, which is like really painful. But it's actually pretty easy. Brad and I have been working a few projects for the South Florida Drone Meetup. Brad, I'll let you speak to it, or I'll pull up Tinkercad here.
Yeah, we kind of, we don't want to give too much away, Al. Just bringing Yeah, I just want to bring a little something. I don't know if I'm not going to be able to make 100 and some 3D printed objects for the South Florida Drone Meetup. I brought skulls, 3D wireframe skulls last year and the year before. I'll bring those again this year. I still have a box full of them from last year. But I'm playing. Al and I are playing around with a few little things that might be just handouts for certain people. I don't want to say I can make enough for everybody because it just takes so long to do it, and there's not much time between now and South Florida. But just playing around with some stuff. Although everybody here that's watching in the chat, and you guys know I'm making cork coasters, and we'll make probably. I told Ray I was going to make 100 of them, but I'm gonna make more than 100 because he's already got over 100 people on his list, and also making the lanyard inserts. So the cork. I can't. Well, I don't have a cork coaster in front of me right now, but I do have a new design for this year for the cork coaster. The committee has agreed that the design looks good, so I'm starting to print this coming weekend. Probably 125 to 150 coasters, so they'll be there. And I'm just giving those
I have
away.
mine from last year here. Yeah.
Yep. And they're just, they're little mementos that you can look at, later and say, oh yeah, that was from last year's drone event. Or, you set it right next to your computer. Everybody uses coasters, for the most part. Yep. And then the lanyard insert's just a cool thing to have if you want to. You can reuse it, after the drone event. Slide your, your registration in it. Put whatever you want in it, but it's going to be a nice event, and there's going to be a lot more people at this one this year than it ever has been. I'm looking forward to it. Ray's doing a lot of work. The committee members, everybody's doing their part. It's me, Maddie, Bill, Ray, Johnny, Bob. You're involved with it as well, and committee members, and there's a lot going on. We're just going to make sure everybody has a good time.
Yeah, so Rob, you were asking how I did it. I'm just using Tinkercad, and I just brought in this sleeve for the GoPro 10 here.
Yeah.
You can see it here, but I don't want to use this kind of, let's say, action mount, and we'll just get rid of that real quick. So the way Tinkercad works is a little cumbersome, but it's free. So if I wanted to get rid of that object here, then all I would have to do is just basically put this thing right over that, or get rid of those action mount right there. I would just select both of the items, and once I merge them together, it just took it off.
Gone, right? Yeah. And you could do just the opposite if you want to use that mount.
Yeah, and so now I want to mount, the one that I want, right?
So you can put in a library. Can you put like a GoPro mount in a library and just move it in whenever you need it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give away too much here, Brad, but yeah. So some of the creations, like I wanted to make luggage tags for myself when I travel, as an example. And that's what I did. I just brought those in, and more design in your hopefully there. And so you can see some of the designs that I did for Christmas, some I did for my brother's car. And this design I actually really loved. Let me show you this one. And this is actually, I'm going to go ahead and take that away for a second and go back here. And this one I really love. And I'll go ahead and make myself big so you can see it. So this is what it says. If I can get it to focus again. There
Just fly by Duran Fly.
Okay, but it's held together by magnets. And guess what's in there?
Well, there's a lot in that little tiny case.
That's mini too.
Focus.
And look at focus. And you can see how small it is compared to. And I did this again for travel. And Jenna, you're traveling and you're looking to save space as much as you can because you're going to get on the airline, right?
Yeah.
And so, isn't this cool? Boom. It will come off, but it's got magnets that'll hold it on there. But yeah, it's pretty small platform. You know what I mean? It jelly bean.
Yeah. I could drop into your carry-on luggage, no problem.
And to your skull, boom. I just cut out the skull that I found. It was a Mayan skull. This is actually a real skull
Huh.
that was scanned in from the Mayan Indians. And I just like cut the top off and put a bowl in it and then added magnets to it. So,
Where you eat the brains, you know.
yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You know, it really is a lot of fun. Let's tinker with this again.
Yeah.
And so that's Tinkercad. That's what I use, Bob.
Yep.
And stuff.
I'm familiar with it, but I'm also, Sketch, the Google one, I've used that also. And then, I've hired people to do that, kind of thing for me to develop 3D graphics for different projects. But yeah, it's all fun, I'll tell you. And that's why, I got into being a graphic designer is, I bought I was doing graphic layouts on an Apple IIe in 1981. And then when the Macintosh came out in 84, I bought a Macintosh. I had the original Macintosh. That's my third Macintosh right back there. That's a Mac Plus there. So
nice.
All good.
Yeah.
Now, Bob, with that said, that little Mac that you have in the back, one of my first contracts or jobs that I had, electronic job, was at the time the Pentagon wasn't using a SCIF. They were just using Tempest machines, so they wouldn't emit any electronic signals out of the the box. And we had to Tempest those little boxes there, so we had to use a bunch of toroids everywhere to prevent signals from coming out. But we coated the whole inside. You know how that whole case slides off the back? It's kind of It's kind of like what you just saw on my 3D print. It just kind of pulls.
And the original ones were autographed. The mold was signed by the original Macintosh team.
Right. Yeah. And unfortunately, we sprayed right over top of that. And we did.
Probably worth $100,000 right now.
It probably is. And they were coated with special, I can't remember the paint composition, but it was coated so it would create a Faraday shield around it and prevent any signals from being emitted out of the box. Now, yeah, and today we just use SCIFs to do, instead of having everything Tempest, we just Tempest the whole room, and you walk in and nothing gets in and out of there.
Yeah.
Right.
And so those are your SCIFs where the classified works is being made at. Yeah, it's compartmentalized information, Faraday shields. So
yeah,
pretty cool stuff. All right, I digress. Where are we going to next on the conversation, guys? Let's see what the boys and girls are saying in the chat.
Let's see,
Jack.
Rabbit got a skull.
Yep. Yep. I mentioned earlier when we bringing them again, I just tell everybody, there's not a lot of folks in the chat right now that will be at everybody will probably be there, but they're going to be cheaper this year. I've got a box full of them, so I'm going to bring them. Yeah, Al's got some he made at his house on his 3D, but I'm going to bring them again this year. I've got a whole bunch of them.
I like that.
I'm going to have them cheaper this year, so folks, be a little easier on people's pockets. So,
Well, you also want to get rid of them. This one took 77 hours to make.
Well, yeah, I did one out. I think the same size. Mine took 72 hours. I think it was.
Wow.
And,
that's a big one though. That's about the size of a small kid's head, right?
Well, let me sit next to it and you can see.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're still bigger.
Uh-oh, that's a softball you just threw me, Bob. I'm not gonna...
Yeah,
got
the ones I brought to the event, and most people have seen, and some people have gotten them as gifts and bought them. They take about 19, 20 hours a piece to
Wow.
do. And I probably made 40 of them between in the last couple of years. And last year I brought like 30 of them to South Florida and gave away to a couple people that I promised them to, you know, and then I sold maybe 4 of them at the event, but I had
Wow.
about 30 of them there. But I'll bring them back again this year. I'm sure folks will be interested in them.
As long as they're autographed, Brad.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll autograph them.
Yeah,
You
you
can
may
only
even
see the-
get your
you can only-
autograph in the mold.
You
You
can
know,
only see
in
the
the,
autograph under blue light, though.
There you go. It's got the RFD chip in there, and so you can track
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to
Yeah.
share my screen again, and I think I can do it. I think add to stream. There we go. All right. So you asked me to show people how to add something to it. Let's say we wanted to add a different action mount. Let's say we wanted to add this one. Okay, we'll add this one to it. I like that one. So we'll just go ahead that one and bring it in. And it's probably under here. Oh, no,
Yeah.
still importing it. It looks like down here. There it is.
Yeah.
It just finished. And I'm going to give it a different color, I think, so we can see the difference. There we go. I'll
Uh-huh.
bring it out of there. And we'll just go around 90 degrees. We'll bring it up here to about there. And there. And then we'll just put it over top, drop it in there. It's pretty straightforward stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot of science. And so that's the mount I want to use, and it's not going through the bottom, it looks like. So I'm okay. I like it. I'm going to select both of the objects, and I'm going to merge them into one. And there it is.
Yep. Now it's whole.
Yep. Now it's one piece, huh?
Now it's one piece with a better mount, right? So,
They want to say hi to Chuck Cobation.
hey, Chuck,
Hey,
you getting some snow up there?
Chuck.
Covaction. Sorry, I think I always say that wrong. Cobation, Covaction, action.
And then now, once you're finished designing it, right? Let's export this thing. What is it called? Fantabulous use. You say.
Yeah,
You
that's
say.
funny. Tinkercad gives it. If you don't name your projects, it gives them weird names. Really funny, weird names.
So then you bring in Cura because you have to slice it. And so let's just bring something in.
Al, I see potential for maybe doing a video or two of some Tinkercad and Cura stuff
Sure.
for 3D printing. I think there would be some interest in some folks.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. We can-
especially the folks that do FPV that want to 3D print or at least understand the process.
Yeah.
So now we're going to slice it, and this is creating G-code. This is the machine language that actually is used by the 3D printers. And so this is 3 hours and 50 minutes print. You can definitely reduce the time, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, all this stuff under here has to be supported because otherwise it would sag. And you can see here that this bluish area it's actually what's holding this top ceiling up. All right. But let's do this and let's see how it affects your time real quick.
Which means also, Al, that tell folks that that's a material that gets removed once it's completed.
Yeah, and it's a pain in the ass to do it.
Right.
You got to cut it out.
Sometimes.
No, well,
Pull it out.
there's a bunch of tricks here in these parameters here, and you could tell how far the distance is between that and the model. But I just changed orientation. That's all I did. I did a 90-degree turn on it, and that's all I did. And now I'm going to slice it again, and we're going to see how much time difference there is. 3 hours and 50 minutes for the previous one, and this one's going to be 3 hours and 35 minutes. So if you're doing a lot of them, it will make a difference, right?
Hmm.
And this is where the support goes in this one. You'll see that. Boom.
They call that tree support. So it kind of grows like a tree in different directions. They have different types of support you can use, like you see in the picture right there.
I'm going to switch it to normal and slice it again, and we'll see what it looks like.
Is it, so it's a different material?
It's the same material. It's the same filament it's going in there to create the object. Now, if some people have a dual filament printer, they can run a different material that will dissolve in water or a solution. So, but that's how those are much more expensive 3D printers.
They are. So, and then we could just go ahead and in this particular one, I would actually gamble a little bit and let's say we want. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong area. Support. I don't want any support. I want to uncheck it. Now I'm going to slice it. There will be no support at all. So it's a bit of a gamble with this span here going all the way across here, because when we go to this view here, you see everything in red. It's telling you that it could sag. But look at your print time. It is reduced almost by half. Because you're not spending all that time creating the material to support those structures that could sag. Now, the biggest problem on this one is this here. If this is not precise, it's not going to fit into your, the other part of your action camera. So,
right, but you can, Al, you can, and you know this, you can add supports in specific areas of your project as well, right?
Yes, and we could do that here. I believe this cylinder, custom support cylinder. You can see that I'm going to let's just say I choose a star, and and there it is. And I picked it at the wrong place.
Yeah.
And so you get the idea that you can add the stars. Let me get rid of this one. And get rid of this one and just put in a new one here. Right there. And then once you slice it, you'll see that it adds another time there. It didn't add much. It added maybe 5 minutes to this print.
Right.
For the support. So there's a quick overview on that one. Pretty fun stuff. It is a time pit, guys. A huge time pit.
It is.
Wow.
And some folks are probably wondering.
A hot X-Acto to cut?
You don't have to. A lot of times these supports come right off of the 3D printed objects. They're created in such a way that it leaves a gap between the support, just enough of a gap that you can peel it apart most of the time. Now there are sometimes you have to use an X-Acto knife or utility knife or a pair of scissors or something just to cut that, or a pair of side cutters, flush cutters.
Yeah.
But it's usually not too bad.
And Dennis, Lovelady, gave me this when I visited his house. Focus by Dennis, and he made it a really cute little box for me. And
you want to show us what's in there?
He is there. Oh, upside down. And so it holds micro SD cards.
Oh, micro SD cards. Look at that.
Yeah, and it's so personalized. It's so cute, right?
Good.
I will always treasure this.
Yeah.
Dennis gave me this.
And they take a couple hours to 3D print. I did a couple of them myself.
Yeah, I mean, we could go on and on. I mean, 3D printing itself it's.
Yeah, what I was going to say, some of the folks in the chat are probably wondering, what are we talking about 3D printers for? Well, it relates to FPV flying. If you want to fix your broken FPV drones by 3D printing parts, or other things for that matter, mounts for cameras and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, we're running 6 minutes over already.
Oops.
Really?
Sorry, guys, we're just we're having a good time, and time just got away from. So, with that said, we're going to raffle this off. Brad, if you don't mind going into the private chat and pick a number between 1 and
Well, you got about how many people in here? About 15 or 20? I don't know.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me go to private chat. Where's my comments? Where's private
Guess
chat?
pick a number 1 to 50, right?
You want to pick? You make him work for it? Sure.
All right.
And
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead. Don't y'all start yet. Not, wait a minute. I'm on. Okay. All right.
I see. Where's my private chat? Where'd it go? I can't see your private chat. Shoot me the number messenger. I don't know what happened.
All right. Let me see
Oh, there we are. I see it. I see it, Brad. I see it.
Okay. All right, everybody, go for it. Chat. Everybody in the chat, go ahead and start guessing 1 to 50. And don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Fly Zone got it.
Oh my
I could
gosh,
write a
already.
little program that would do
Fly Zone
that.
got it.
Mikey, okay, y'all can stop picking. Mikey got it. He got it quick.
Mikey got it. Hey, Mikey, shoot me over your email mailing address, man. Do it a messenger.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if hey, hang on. I don't
Going
think
to
he can
Aurora,
get it.
Illinois. Yeah.
I don't think he's
No,
allowed to fly this.
Algonquin.
He's not over 14.
Oh,
Bummer.
Oh,
mentally or
Well, that's pretty cool. That'd be a fun little drone to play with.
it's a fun little guy, man. It really is. Fly it around the house, just have a blast. Well, with that said, Bob, Jenna, Brad, thanks for joining us on this fun evening of reliving our childish days of flying the toy drones. That's really
yes.
cool.
Well,
Really,
I just got started in toy drones.
Yeah, that was a really fun show.
Yeah.
All right, shameless promotions time. We'll stay to traditions. I know we're running over about 10 minutes. Brad, anything you want to promote? South Florida Drone Meetup.
Yeah, I'll just go quickly. Of course, South Florida Drone Meetup's April 1st, Jensen Beach, Florida. Looking forward to seeing everybody there. It's going to be a huge crowd. It's going to be huge fun. We're wishing, for good weather. Don't want to talk about that too much and jinx it, but also Wednesday night, me and Maddie are going to be on the Fly for Fun show with Ray and Johnny. So make sure you come there if you get a chance, and we'll be talking more about South Florida Drone Meetup.
Perfect. Bob or Jenna, whoever wants to jump in.
Go ahead, Bob.
Well, I'll jump in. I restarted the Old Farts with Drone talk show. This is Wednesday will be my third show back from my long break. I took a kind of a long break there during Christmas time and during my wife's medical time there. And, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm working on, putting together a format that'll work. Still nowhere near anywhere to monetize it. So if you're not subscribed to Old Farts with Drones on YouTube, please do that.
Yeah.
And then I had some requests. We had stickers for Old Farts that look like this.
Yes.
And everybody said that this was too big to fit on their case. That they wanted something smaller. So
nice.
We now have smaller ones.
Hey, Bob, pick me.
And they're metallic,
I want one. I'll have to get one.
I got bundles of them to bring to Florida.
Very nice, Bob.
Yes.
Did you use Sticker Mule?
No. I've got a really good place that I'll privately turn you on to that does great job on metallic stickers.
That's
holographic or metallic or foiled. I mean, they are. I've got a client.
In that.
Yep.
All right. So don't
I've
drop.
got a client that I've been working with. Yeah.
Don't drop. All right. Moving on to Jenna. I know we're 11 minutes over, so here we are.
No pressure.
No pressure.
How about reef safe sunscreen while you're in South Florida?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Promote healthy skin.
Promote healthy skin. I
Reef
mean,
safe.
we may be old farts with drones, but we don't
It's a
need to
little
look like
late,
old
a
farts
little
with
late
drones,
from my skin, but okay.
right?
Yeah. What brand is Reef Safe?
It'll say it on the bottle.
Oh.
Okay.
Very good. Once again, guys, thank you so much. And my shameless promotion tonight is I will be releasing a video here that we did this weekend with Brad. And there's Rodney. Brad. Hello. So that's the teaser. That's what I'm promoting, and I should have published this weekend, but to be honest with you, I spaced out like I usually spaced out and forgot to upload it. So that is it. Once again, thank you guys so much, Bob, Jenna, Brad. Really good time tonight. Reliving
It's
our
fun. That hour went by really fast.
Well, that did. That was
All
really
right.
fast.
Let's give it a
Cool.
big wave. Goodbye, everybody.